That'll be our
The
quest.
story is going to
Find
be
the town.
rolling when we start here, so whenever Tom gets us going.
All right, are you guys ready?
Barkeep
I'm ready.
says.
Yep.
Sure.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Finally, after the hiatus to Two Nerds, One Quest. I mean, we were here last week, but we were discussing stuff. We're going to play D&D today, folks. And I want to return to this phrase because it was always so golden before we left D&D. Sunday mornings are for D&D.
I love it.
I am your host and DM, JC Dittmer, here with these three nerds because we lost a friend in the fray, but he's still alive and kicking. In fact, honestly, right now, I think he's playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is the wildest thing.
Makes sense.
He went from one form to a different form. That's okay, Rick. Have fun wherever you are and whatever you are doing right now, or whoever you are doing right now. That man who has spoken, who is above me, is one Ryan Crixus Kukta. I'm going with it. Crixus Kukta. You're just Ryan Crixus. Crixus is your middle name now, Ryan.
I get that.
So-
Yeah, I mean, it is not as normal as my standard middle name, but I will petition the courts to get that changed.
I'm now realizing I don't know what your actual middle name is.
I
Goes
do.
off very biblical.
I would just
What?
think James.
I know.
Oh, like
Sure, we'll go with that.
I get
Ryan James.
I get
Like King James?
compared to Kevin James all the time.
Ryan
Oh,
So-
Kevin James.
Beelzebub Kukta.
Okay. All right.
That man on the
it
ones and
is-
twos wearing the Wisconsin shirt with no shame is one Tom M. Norman. Holy hell, did they lay a stinker, but what did you expect against Alabama?
That is, they barely won the first two games that they should have blown out. Why anybody
Yeah.
thought they'd make it close yesterday is beyond me.
Damn, I wish
Always.
someone else would have said the word blowout, because then I could have flipped to you, speaking of blowouts.
Next time.
And as a side
Yeah,
note,
but-
I like to think that Rick accidentally slipped into the moat around the gauntlet and is now in the belly of the little friend that was floating around.
we named him. What the hell was his name? I forget.
It's like Barnabas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barnabas the
Barnabas.
Slurg.
Yeah, he's in Barney's belly.
The tail of
He's
Barnabas
rocking out in
the
Barney's
Slurg.
belly right now. And of course, last but not least, the legend, the limerick maker, the lore master, the lazy dragon, our lovable Jeff Williams.
Good morning. Yesterday I went to the Oshkosh game and they won in overtime, so that was a fun game to go to.
Nice. Yes, at Lambeau Field watching the Counting Crows. And then,
Ooh. So you had a great
very
day.
good. Very good. It was a good day.
You just don't say that 3 times.
Yes.
No, that's Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What?
Indeed.
Beetlejuice?
Notice none of us. No, do not. Anyway.
I was about to go into the commercial. Well, what if I broke it up?
Mr. Juice. The juice is loose. So, normally right about here, I'd ask Jeff for a recap. But seeing as how we haven't played yet with these characters, Jeff put together a backstory recap, kind of combining the three of these characters' backstories.
Would you say it's a pre-cap?
A precap. Yeah. I like that, Ryan Gupta. I like that.
Good call.
It's a precap. So, I'm debating whether I want to have you all introduce your characters individually and then have Jeff do a precap. Let's do that. Let's start with Ryan. Who is your character? What does he look like? Just do name and description, and then we'll get the precap to kind of figure out where he came from.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am Tumgrin, the I guess I would say famous paladin dwarf. He has flaming red hair and a very high opinion of himself, and others have a fairly high opinion of him as well because he is a helper. But I would say that he does not have much humility and hasn't learned many lessons to kind of scale back his confidence yet. So,
all right, cool. We'll see if we can give him a few.
there you go.
Tom Norman, what is your character? Who is your character?
My character is Sue. Okay, so I'm gonna mess this up every time, even though I wrote it. Suelanthalus, Lifebringer. Suelanthalus, Lifebringer.
I will tell you right now that is a very Warcraft name, and I love it.
And I made that up on my own.
Yay!
And but even though it is my friends call me Sue because nobody can pronounce my name, but it's spelled Suel because instead of Suel,
L silent.
Yeah, the L is silent in the first part.
Yeah, so it's not swell.
It's not swell. It's
not swell.
Suelanthalus.
He's a boy named Sue.
I'm a boy named Sue. And anyway,
he's an elf too.
I am an elf. I am a very tall elf. I think I put myself as like 6'7". I am
That sounds about right.
Noble. So I am very prim, proper, very, very etiquette oriented. I left my family. So I come from a long line of rangers. Like my family has a long lineage of rangers. And during some elven war, I saw family die, and that made me want to try to heal. So when I was very, very, very little, like 10 years old, that happened. And so I left when I was what would be considered a human teenager to go become a cleric. So
basically, the party's screwed because you're the healer.
I am the healer.
I'm the healer?
I'm the healer now. But yeah, and
look at me. You look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm 100 years old, and I've been touring with these clowns for, I don't remember what we said, a year? 2 years?
Yeah, it'll come up in Jeff's recap, pre-cap.
Yeah.
Jeff, you want to tell us a little bit about your thing?
Sure. Yeah, rather than dropping a bucket of Scrabble letters and picking them out to make my name, I just went with Pepper because that's her last name.
Because that's what I was eating at the time.
Family name. Yeah, just felt right. She is a typical single parent female human. She had some growing up kind of on her own. She definitely didn't, play nice, I guess, and found a lot of mischief. And eventually she was put to work in an alchemist shop, basically, or pharmacy, where there were potions and things. And after a while working there, she thought she'd try her hand at making her own beauty elixir. And unfortunately, it permanently turned her skin green and her hair kind of a magenta color, and a few other physical flaws that were definitely not what she tried to do. So they immediately fired her, and so she decided she'd try out the nearby mage school and try her hand at being a wizard. And eventually, after a few years, they kind of said, "It's time for you to take a field exercise." So that kind of leads into the pre-cap then. So I will, let's see, I should probably read it. I don't know if I changed it or if I edited it in, I'm in the wrong thread. So this is how they have, Tom's and Ryan's characters have connections to Pepper's father. Pepper's father is Dr. Cyrano Pepper. So he's Dr. Pepper, if you guys didn't catch that. His name is Cyrano, like Cyrano de Bergerac, but it also can be pronounced Serrano. I don't know if you caught that one. So I'll refer to him as Doc in this because it's a lot easier to say every time. So Sue's travels coincided with Pepper's birth, and he actually saved Pepper during that birth process. And the loss of Pepper's mother, Belle Pepper, if you caught that, was not Sue's fault. Sue kept in touch with Doc over the years. Grimhaw did some of his medical training, some of his paladin medical training under Doc, and they had high levels of respect for each other, but Grimhaw was not impressed when he met Pepper when she was a green teen. So when Pepper's wizard training required the field work, Doc requested that Sue and Grimhaw join her on her first assignments, and that's how they came together. So they've been traveling for some amount of time, which we kind of said is probably about a year, which is a long time to be levels 1 and level 2. I do have some other fun things that happened during that year if I can enlighten the audience.
Hit
Just quick
him
little,
with it.
if we were playing, these are the kinds of things that would come up during our particular style of play. So there was one time when Pepper lost her sense of taste for a week after claiming she could handle spicy dwarf cuisine that Grimhaw enjoys. There was a time that Sue got us falsely arrested in a backwoods town. We were stuck in holding for a week before they straightened it out. But as a noble, Sue respected the process and was very patient about letting the process happen because he knew we were innocent. But we had to constantly hold back Grimhaw. Every chance he got, he tried to bust out. He did not want to stay there. Then there was a time Grimhaw asked for identification of a plain-looking red glass bead that he found, but Pepper didn't catch it, and apparently it was a bead of fireball from a necklace of fireballs. Knocked her unconscious, burned away all her non-magical items and her clothes. Both Grimhaw and Sue were quick with the healing, and she was able to replace her equipment, but afterwards her modesty was pretty much gone. And most recently, we attended Grimhaw's Oath of Glory ceremony, which happens when we reach level 3. So that was quite the event. We got to, big moment in his life. But Pepper stayed away from all the spicy dwarf cuisines because she learned her lesson. And then I just left an extra bullet if you guys had any that you had made up or thought of or want to be put on the spot now. But that's the end of what I have.
Sounds fantastic. Sounds like a great starting point.
All right, are you guys ready?
I think we
Let's do
are.
it.
I am good. Take me into your sweet embrace, great leader.
You asked me about settings, Tom.
Uh-huh.
Forest and caves would work fine.
Okay.
Also, just an abbey. I don't know if you have like religious background music, like a
I can
one
find
of those
something.
type of things. Those would be like the 3 types of things that would be going on. So the humans, backed by their stalwart allies of the Alliance, their armies have been called away to war to fight the savage horde on distant battlefields. And with the armies gone, the defense of Stormwind and its surrounding areas now falls to its citizens, people like you. You need to defend Stormwind against the foul mongrels that encroach upon it, whether they be human or otherwise. and hunt down these subversive traitors who seek to destroy Stormwind from within. Now it is your time. Coming off of Grimhawk's Oath of Glory ceremony, Duthorian Rawl, a paladin, a well-known paladin at the Cathedral of Light, has sent you to Northshire, to the Abbey, to report to Marshall McBride. He has been having issues with wildlife and some of the surrounding areas that are affecting the functionality of the Abbey itself. As you come through, there's a wall, probably about a 20-foot wall, that walls off the one end of the valley where the Northshire Abbey sits. And as you come through that wall, the great archway, and the doors are swung open right now, and they're able to be closed and barred for defensive means if necessary. But as you come through there, you see the Abbey in the distance, maybe about 500 feet down the road. In the surrounding, you see surrounding woods around it. And just beyond the woods, over the top of the trees, you can see the beginning of the mountain range. A mountain range that runs all the way from the north of Stormwind all the way out to a small town called Lakeshire that you know is out to the east. And beyond those mountains, it's dangerous at best, we'll say. At worst, it's deadly. But you can see clearly people moving around, everyday life, moving in and out and around the Abbey as you approach on the road. What would you like to do?
Okay, so
We're approaching the main gate of the Abbey. Is that true?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to, you can see the front door. You can tell that there are a couple of wings off the Abbey itself. There is a guard at the front door. Your contact point, the person you were sent to find, is Marshall McBride.
All right, Sue will lead the way. And is the door to the Abbey open? Like it's a public Abbey, right? Not like some kind of closed off cloister.
Yeah, and the guards aren't very they seem like they're more ceremonial than like they're gonna actually stop you. It's kind of like they're there to guide or keep the peace. Should anything break out near the Abbey.
All right, Sue's gonna lead.
You can see there's a couple of carts off to the left-hand side with different wares on the carts and stuff. You notice there is a stable around back on the right-hand side.
Are there any horses in it? Like, is it full?
It's not full, but there's a couple of horses there. Like
Being from a
horses.
ranger family, I would make note of anything natural, like being brought up as noticing animals and nature things. I'll make note of it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'll go up to the door, and assuming I can just walk in. The guards.
Yeah, it's wide open. Like the door isn't even closed. It is open and they're propped open. It's
Gotcha.
a set of double doors.
Gotcha. I'll just walk in. I'll nod to the guards and walk in.
And he nods to you. You walk in. There's kind of when you walk in, there's a wall right there with drapery hanging there with different religious iconography on it. And you can walk around to either side, and it opens up into a large hall, like a main hall, several tables. Think the Great Hall in Hogwarts, but not quite as grand. There's like maybe 4 long, 20-foot long tables leading down each hall, and then there are doors off to the left and right to different wings, and then there is behind the stairs, or behind that wall, there's like a spiral set of stairs that go up.
Is there anybody in the room with us that I could ask for directions?
Oh yeah, sure. There's a few people sitting at the tables. There's someone eating. There's someone reading.
I'll go up to the person that looks like they are least busy, so as not to be rude and interrupt like eating, and ask where. What's the guy's name that we're looking for?
Marshall McBride.
Write this shit down.
Don't worry, your teammates are, even though you're the leader. I like to think that's who turned around. Who are we looking for again?
Excuse me,
looking
sir.
for.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
I don't.
You can see he's playing solitaire with a deck of cards on the table. Yeah.
I do not mean to interrupt you, but we are looking for Marshall McBride.
Oh yes, the marshal's one floor up. His office is on the second floor. The spiral staircase over there. You take it up, go up one floor, and his office is there. If you go up 2 floors, you've gone too far.
Thank you kindly. May Annalore bless your day.
Make a perception check.
Oh shit! Now I have to remember where everything is in D&D Beyond. Perception.
Skills.
Motherfucker.
Right in the middle. Big thing in the middle. They're alphabetical.
I am so blind. 22.
It's between nature and
22. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah, you're looking at him playing solitaire, and he is completely like he's cheating. He's got black cards on black cards and red cards on red cards, and he seems to be having fun, but it's clear he has no idea how to play solitaire.
Hey, Sue?
I will just nod to him and walk off.
Okay. I'm seeing how uptight Sue is. Just a test. Okay.
Hey, Sue?
Yes, Pepper.
That guy didn't. I don't know if you saw what he was doing, but he didn't seem to have. Didn't seem to like he was playing with a full deck, so to speak.
Yes, I did notice.
We may want to ask someone else where Mr. Marshall is.
Hey, Pepper. It's probably best that you don't talk and that you just listen for now.
We shall go upstairs. I will trust this man until I cannot trust him. He will be judged for his cheating, though that is on his own conscience.
Wow. The great game gods in the sky are going to condemn him to a life of all twos.
Uh-huh. He's going to end up in game hell where if he tries to cheat, he gets shocked and it just can't do it.
Game hell.
And he can't not do it, so he just keeps shocking himself.
Yep.
So do
He'll
you
be
head
playing
upstairs is the question.
an infinite game of blackjack where he always doubles down on 11 and somehow busts.
Yep.
He always ends up over. Yeah. One
No,
comes
no,
out.
he splits 10s and the dealer has 21 eternally.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the stairs, and I will go up.
Okay. Do you guys follow Grim and
Yep.
Pepper? Okay, get Grim, Pepper, Sue. Okay. So you head up, and at the first, like, there's a small little walkout landing platform and a door there that is closed currently. The stairs do continue up another flight.
So the door is technically would be the second floor.
Correct. Yeah.
If the
It's
door is
just a little landing that you can step on, and it's closed.
if the door is closed, I will knock on it very loudly.
You knock. Come in.
I'll open up the door.
Can I help you? You push the door open. There's a man sitting at a desk. Seems formal. Clearly part of the Stormwind Guard. Falls within that hierarchy of systems. If you didn't pick up, Marshall is his title, not his name. Although Pepper might not understand that yet. I don't know. It's up to Jeff whether she does.
Oh, Jeff did. Pepper didn't.
And he's sitting behind a desk, and he's got 4 or 5 different pieces of paper, and he's looking through them, and he looks a little stressed. Can I do for you?
Shit. Why are we here? I turn to Grim, and I'm like,
Hi, Marshall. We're here to help you, sir. I hear you've been having some issues with the flora and fauna.
So Dithurian finally got my message. That is very good. Very good.
You sent the best.
Well, it's good to know. It's good to know. I am Marshall McBride. You are...
I am Suel and Pepper.
Friends call me Grimhaw.
And this young
one at a time, please. One at a time. You, sir, Mr. Paladin. What is your name?
I'm Suel and Pepper.
My friends call me Grimhaw, and you are my friend.
One at a time.
We get it yet. We're new to this. It's only been a couple years.
You, elf, go first. What is your name, sir?
Side note, I always think of Cooch as the cleric, and because I played Paladin, I instantly went derpy.
But it's perfect. It is so on brand for us, Tom. It's unreal.
And character-wise, he's like, you. I was like, well, of course you're asking for me. I'm the noble.
Tom, all that's going through my head right now is, can I sell you some mustard? It feels exactly like that. Anyways.
It does.
Elf,
okay.
Sir, your name, please.
I'm
Seeing as how you are so eager.
I'm Sulanthalus, Lifebringer.
So when he says his name, I will cast Prestidigitation and do the sensory effect of Shower of Sparks. Like, ta-da!
And he kind of side-eyes you and then looks at... She always do that?
Yes. And I will turn to Pepper, and I will give her stern dad voice. Pepper? Behave? We do not need another situation like last time. Speak
Pepper
when
will just
spoken
kind of look away like she's not really paying attention.
And you, Sir Dorf, what is your name?
Hey, friends call me Grimhaw, and you can call me Tumgrin Hawktwa.
When he does that, Pepper will cast Prestidigitation again using a similar thing, but instead of a shower of sparks, he's going to do a puff of wind that kind of sounds.
It causes the dwarf.
I thought you were going to do an epic thing of wind and get his hair flowing, his red locks flowing in the back. No, it's a fart.
Yeah.
Pepper, this is not the time.
Your name precedes you, Mr. Tua. Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
At the same time you said, uh-oh, my thing went blank.
Yeah. Okay, just refresh it. It'll come back.
Okay.
Here, I gotta start session. Okay. I think because I started the session and we must have sat idle on it for a half hour or 15 minutes. I don't know. Something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we're taking up server space and they have an automatic kick out apparently. So
Works.
It should be running again. Anyways. He says your name precedes you, and you, Miss Magic Thing. What is your name?
I am Pepper, and she will do, again, casting it with faint musical notes. Just kind of a little like not like that, but like just like a little like doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. Are you some sort of orcish fangirl or something?
No. That was an accident.
He's got y'all figured out.
No. He seems skeptical in the crew that his friend Thurian has sent him.
As well he should.
Well, couple of things I can have you do right away. First, he grabs all the papers up, kind of. He's flipping through. He's like, no. Here we go. North of here, about a half hour, is a mine, the Echo Ridge mine. It's been taken over by a pesky life form. Not so much that they're tough, but their numbers are, well, we're overwhelming for our miners. Go clear it out for me, if you could. I'll give you each 100 gold when you come back if you're successful and you live through it all. There may be more work for you. And if you feel like you may want to talk to some of the vendors, I heard Egan is looking for someone to help him with supplies as well. Yeah. Go take care of the Echo Ridge mine. Like I said, it's half hour north here. There's a trail that leads into the woods north. You'll find it, just stay on the trail. You can tell from there's wagon ruts from the gold carts. And it comes down, so.
What kind of life forms may be dealing with?
Have you seen a kobold before?
Kobold, yes.
Nasty little creatures. Look a little like a dragon dog thing with like beards, and they're obsessed with candles.
Yes, I'm very familiar.
Yeah. It's been a bit of an issue lately. They seem to be more organized, targeted. Used to be more of just a nuisance, but now they're,
I noticed that you had horses. Maybe perhaps borrow some horses to take.
Those horses do not belong to the cathedral, but it's guests, so you'd have to talk with them if you can figure out who they belong to.
Okay. Thank you for the information. We shall... I'll gesture to our group. We shall return with this task completed.
Very well.
And I'll walk out.
I'm gonna give you this. And he gives you, it's basically a report. He said, just bring this back to me when it's done. And it's a report saying that the mine has been taken over by one of the guards. That it needs until that you get that taken care of, the gold that is supplied by that mine will no longer be going to Stormwind. And they may start wondering why they aren't getting gold shipments.
Gotcha. I thank you, sir.
Yes.
Come, let us go. I'll walk out the room, and I'll go down the stairs. And when we get to the bottom of the stairs, I will kind of stand in the middle of the room there.
The dude at the table playing solitaire is like, fuck, I did it again. I'm really good at this. He scoops up the cards and starts shuffling.
I'll stand.
Pepper looks like she's gonna say something to him, and Grimhaw says, "Pepper, walk this way."
Go on, Jeff, do it.
Pepper will appear to have taken the rebuking with a pout, but she will cast Prestidigitation and create an odd odor right in the 5-foot space in front of where Grimhaw is going to step. So he walks right into it. Odd odor is what we're going with.
Yeah,
Sue, save it for outside.
Sue is going to ignore it and, in his regal manner, stand to his full height and announce to the room, "Kind people, we are in need of 3 horses. I will pay 5 gold per horse for this use. We are going up to the mine, and we would need these to travel." Does anybody look at him? Pay attention.
Everyone kind of turns and looks at you weird. And when you said you need to use them to go up to the mine, there is just outright laughter from some people, and some other people are just kind of chuckling because it's a half-hour walk. People kind of like, really?
First world
Really?
problem.
To get to the mine?
Nobles ride horses.
And where's your horse? Why do you need others?
Touche, salesman.
There's one guy that turns. There's one guy that turns back to what he was doing. He's like, "Fucking elves."
Hey.
If nobody replies, I'll follow Grimhawk and Pepper out.
As you follow Grimhawk and Pepper out of the abbey, and you get to the front of the abbey, you see the 3 horses take off down the road. Best you can tell, there is a paladin, actually a couple of paladins and a wizard on the backs of the horses, taking off through the gate and down the road. Looked like they had, like, compared to the rest of the people here, that they might have been like very, very important people. Maybe, possibly.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, Sue. Bless you, Sue. Must be all
Bless
this
Sue.
country air getting your noble nose.
The dust from the horses kicked up.
The dairy air.
If the people aren't willing to give away their horses, maybe you should talk to the horses.
I'm going to ignore him. Let us go north. It is but a 30-minute walk. Should be no problem.
Dwarfs have no problem with that walk, but your lanky limbs, elf, are you sure you've got the stamina?
Yes, Grim, I do. Thank you for your care.
Lord. To her like Legolas and Gimli.
And we've been traveling. For
And then you got a misfit. Then you got a like young misfit Gandalf behind him.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as you are traveling the road, make a perception check as you're traveling your little half-hour travels here through the woods. And very like that's like good time travel music.
6.
19, that's a good one.
That's 6 was performance. You did performance.
What did I do?
Oh, I clicked on perception.
Oh, you got performance.
There we go. Oh, I guess I did. 13.
That's better. That's better. 12 and 19. Pepper and Hawk. Tua. Grimhawk. Grimhawk.
Yep.
I'll settle on something sooner. I've called you just about every syllable of your name so far.
I like it.
As long as we know I'm talking to you and you can pick up that I'm talking to you, we'll be fine.
I had 19.
Yeah, Grim, you're the one that actually sees them in the tree line walking along with you. There is a few wolves that have been walking along the tree line with you, like they're stalking you.
Some free dogs over there. I tell our friend.
Do they seem to be hostile or just inquisitive?
They seem to be stalking you.
I'm gonna take my
I.e.
shield off my back. I have a shield on my back that has the symbol of Narulus Annalore, which is my cleric god. Lesser god, might I say. So I'm gonna take my shield off and get my flail ready. Just
Ready your weapons.
Yeah.
And shields.
I'll just keep walking until something attacks us. Or
Does everyone else continue walking? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You continue walking at a certain point, maybe about 5 minutes away, where you can see the mine in the distance. They stop following. They break off and stop following you. And you can see the cave in the distance. It doesn't look like there's any kobolds around or anything. Just the mining cave. You see a few mining carts outside the cave. Overturned. One of them's completely smashed. Imagine, like, if the gremlins had access to a couple mining carts, what they'd just do to him. Looks like that.
Is there any gold around that area?
There doesn't seem to be any gold around that area.
Although
There are tracks where most of the cart tracks lead up out onto the road in a way. There's been a heavily used section headed a different direction.
I think
Having traveled for
a mine.
Having traveled with these two for a while, would we think that? So this is a gold mine.
Yeah.
Would we have any issue of thinking that Grimhaw might be in it for collecting his own gold while we're in there? Okay.
Possibly.
Because it's one of those, like, we're on a mission, but there's also gold.
We're on a mission from God.
Yeah, I mean, if there's gold just laying there, I would hate for it to be picked up by the kobold. You know what I mean?
That is fair.
And just because we've been traveling long enough, you guys know that I'm not like a stickler for good. Like I'm not lawful good.
You're not a stick in the mud?
No, I am not a stick in the mud. I am neutral good. So
okay.
My main goal is to help people, and kind of whatever happens on the side, unless it's going to hurt somebody. So like if you go off and steal like a shitload of stuff, like that doesn't concern me. But if you hurt somebody when you do it, then I care. So I am very much of the healing, like that is my God, is the
people
God
over things
of life and bringing people back, and yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I went with lawful neutral, so
Seems accurate.
follow the rules within the rules, and when there aren't rules, that's where I do what I want.
But as you guys
Lawful
approach it,
good, but I'd make an exception if there's something just laying around.
as you guys
Belongs to
approach,
nobody.
I mean, that's logic.
as you approach the cave, you realize it's dark inside this cave. You do hear the scrabbling of claws and like yipping down both tunnels. Like this splits almost immediately, walking in two different directions.
So dark, like can't see without dark vision.
It seems that way, but it seems like there's a faint light in the distance down both. Like anyone that doesn't have dark vision can see a flickering light. Like you may not be completely screwed if you give yourself some time to adjust.
Yeah, because dark vision is a 2nd level spell, and I have it if I need it. But I also have a lamp and oil.
I have dark vision, so
So-
I do not carry light.
Yeah, you guys are fine. I'm gonna get out my lamp
I love lamp.
and be ready.
I love lamp.
Be ready to light it, but not light it. So if there's something that I can't see,
Okay.
let me know.
All right.
You know, and now that I said that, you know what our group reminds me of?
No.
Anchorman. We have Brick. We have just kind of the goofy
I
group
get
of
it.
people. We don't necessarily have a Brick, but we have like, kind of professional, inappropriate, but kind of trying to do good /
Seems accurate.
That's it. That's all I got.
Would have
Okay.
been better if one of us had a trident then.
I killed it. Brick killed a guy. I did. All right. So anyway, that's it. Here's my tangent.
Third anchors, what do you want to do?
So
That's
you're
your team name
leading.
now. You're the anchors.
So you're leading.
It's both in like every connotation, in the anchorman connotation, and the fact that you are 3 anchors, and the fact that you're just gonna drag shit down and hold it in place.
Did we come up with our group name already?
I think that's what I just kind of I just named you. I think based on that. Up to you whether or not it sticks, but we'll see.
It feels a little early. Appropriate, but early.
It may stick. Anchors are hard to move.
True. All right. I'm going to this.
Which way would you? Is the fog of war uncovering what I've uncovered? Does
Yep.
that uncover for you?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got a choice before you. You got some areas, distances to go.
I will defer to Grimhawk since he is the dwarf.
Yeah, so Grimhawk's gonna step in front because he's clearly much tankier. And so if there's anything going down, I'm gonna be in front.
FYI, you can use the arrow keys to move your guy if you want to.
Oh, okay.
And it
That's
moves you
cool.
1 square. I discovered that this morning. I'm like, that's cool. WASD does it too. So
Oh, that's dope.
So Grimhawk's he's got no problem just nodding to the south, and it's clear to
Alright.
him where we should go. Just straight south.
you're heading that way. Are you guys trying to be quiet or are you just walking?
I'm just walking. I'm not good at stealth anyway. So
Yeah, your armor's kind of clanging and banging.
Based on the group, I would say that I am not trying to be stealthy either because I know that Pepper's gonna start doing things as well as Grimhawk is just loud, so it doesn't really pay for me to try to tiptoe.
Let me do.
Yeah, after those
this.
2 loud
I can do this.
guys, Pepper's just like, whatever.
I'll be back in a second.
All right, you'll be back in a second. You do start as you're getting further down this hallway, Grimhawk. You are hearing more and more sounds of what could be kobolds. Make a perception check for me.
All I hear is Grimhawk's armor.
Mm-hmm.
ooh, good one.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, hell yeah. Best you can guess, there are multiple. There is at least 3 that you heard individually voiced.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I'm trying to learn how to use this properly, which is fun. There we go. Suddenly, right about there, everything gets real quiet. where just about when you're trying to calculate and you get to right there, suddenly it's very, very quiet from down this aisle.
I'll turn back to Sue and Pepper and be like, and that'll be like the sign that we've determined for let's try to be stealthy.
Chink, chink, chink.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
low to the ground.
go ahead and you're streamlined for this.
Yeah, Sue, did he get shorter?
Go ahead. Go ahead and make stealth checks. He like pretty much just lowers his head into his armor like a turtle. I need a stealth check from Sue when he gets a moment.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Actually,
at
you know what?
disadvantage.
I really don't need a stealth check from Sue. Yeah, Dumb Grenadiers probably should have been at disadvantage as well because of your armor, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it says disadvantage, but I don't know that it rolled at disadvantage.
You have to right
Doesn't
click
look
and
like
choose.
it's
Yeah, if you right click on it, you get rolling options.
All right. Well, I rolled a second one. It's 13, so I'm
So that's still not good. But yeah, you guys you think you're being quiet. You believe you're being quiet, so you're sneaking forward.
like my cat trying to sneak up on my dog with a bell around his collar.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. So Graham, go ahead and move yourself down 3 squares. Because that's the point where things will happen. And then, yeah, go down 1 more. And then Sue and Pepper, line yourselves up where you would be in line, and we will roll initiative. Now, make a perception check, Grim.
Another good one.
Yeah, you do see him coming, so you're not surprised. He was
good at
not very good.
perception, not good at stealth.
He was not very good at hiding what he was doing. And this kobold comes running out of the shadows. And we can roll initiative, straight initiative. So let's see.
Does it automatically go into the thing, or do we have to wait for you to set up an encounter?
Hang on a second. Let me try this. So if I hit run here, because this is tied to the thing. Okay, so let's roll the 5, and Tumgren rolled an 18. Yes? No?
Right. 21.
A 21.
Plus 3. I rolled an 18, but yeah.
Okay. If you roll in the initiative, it'll throw it into the thing right away.
Got it.
And then...
Did you put me in there?
Yep, you're in there. You're in there at 20.
Cool.
You're in there at
Nice.
20. And they're there, and I hit start. So, Grim, he comes flying out of nowhere. You see him coming. It is your go, sir.
Oh, cool. Well, it seems like I'm right where I want to be.
Seems just like MasterCard, everywhere you want to be.
So I'm gonna target that guy, and that's not as much of a thing, right? So I just need to
Correct.
swing, and you'll let me know if it hits or not.
Yep.
So swinging the Warhammer one-handed because I've got my shield in the other hand.
Woohoo.
22 to hit.
That is a tremendous hit. Yes, that hits.
All right. So that is a ghetto crit with 11 total damage.
You want to describe how this guy falls apart?
Yep. I kind of saw him coming, right? So as he's coming up on me, I take an uppercut swing and knock him right into the next Tuesday, I guess.
Now the question is, can I?
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, I guess I just delete him, huh?
Yeah.
There's no dead marking. Otherwise, I could put a ring around him if you guys want to mark him dead, or should I just delete him? Up to you.
Yeah, put a black ring around him.
That's what I was thinking. There we go.
Yeah.
He's dead. Black
And
ring
then I'm
means dead.
I'm gonna
Oh, shit.
run right around the corner.
Hang on. Before you get too far, go back right to there and let me show you some more, because coming there, you're going to see all of this
Got it.
and more enemies. And that's why I said, let me show you.
And then I turn around and I bang twice with my hammer on my shield.
Okay.
And that's what we've grown to
Excellent.
recognize that 2 in sight.
You have more movement?
That's all I'm gonna use for now.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to plug up this area if my team decides that they want to stay
Perfect.
back. So
Okay. Pepper, it is your go.
All right. How bright is it down that hallway? I guess because my action is probably going to be.
There is
the
more
light
light coming down that hallway. There's like torches. on the
Okay,
wall,
so I can
like
see.
random wall.
Okay, even with
Yeah.
no special vision.
You can
Alright,
see it's one of those things where it's kind of like you're not 100% sure what attacked them, but as you get around this corner and seeing those next two, you'd be able to tell they were kobolds.
All right. I'm definitely not interested in coming around the corner because Grimhaw makes a very good plug. But I will.
Grimhawk, the butt plug.
I will.
He's a dwarf.
I'll move up to there,
that's your artistic interpretation.
and I'll just hold a cantrip firebolt in case I see something come around the corner.
I don't know. You're shiny, metal, and stubby, Grim. I mean, and you're plugging things. Sorry, it all just fits. Anyways.
Literally and figuratively fits.
Yeah. Ooh. A funny thing you notice about the kobold bee, he's got a candle on top of his head. Like, think about it like a miner's cap, how a miner would wear a miner's cap with a thing. He literally just has a candle, and there's like wax dripping down into his fur on his head, and the candle's up there and it's burning, and it's like he was using that to see.
Kinky.
It's like a tracer.
And so Pepper moved there. Okay.
And then I'm
So-
holding a firebolt cantrip.
Holding a firebolt cantrip till you see something hostile.
Yeah, visible hostility. Yeah.
Visible hostility. Okay, at that moment, A cannot move. Cannot do anything because A is dead. B yells, "You don't take candle!" and charges Grimhawk to there,
Alright.
which makes him a hostile threat.
Firebolt.
Pepper. Firebolt away, sir.
Oh, nat 1.
Nat 1. Roll some damage on that.
It would be 8.
8. Make a dexterity saving throw, Grimhawk.
Watch the beard.
Have you ever seen a hairless dwarf?
You're about to.
14.
14, yes. You duck out underneath and then it hits the wall between you and B. And
Yeah,
B
like-
comes running forward, and
The reflection of the candle off Grimhawk's armor confused me, and
Yeah.
I aimed for the wrong shiny spot.
he comes running forward with a dagger to swing at you. And it is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
That is 4 piercing damage as he stabs at you.
Ouch.
The other one. No, I need that up. Okay. Oh shit. I forget. Hang on a minute. How does this work? There we go.
Cobalt
Haha.
hits.
I gotta hit the next button on the thing to stay on top of the initiative order. I'm remembering how to use D&D Beyond again, folks.
It's a real thing.
That guy. Ooh, how does he get that? Okay, so he's gonna run. Let's see. He was here, right? Yeah. 5, 10, 15. 20, 25, 30, because that's all his movement. He's standing on the body of his dead friend.
As one does.
And he is going to do, let's see how this works. Let's grab a cone. And this will be interesting. I need a dexterity saving throw from, let's see if I took that cone. Oh, shit. Okay, there's my cone overlay. Oh, that's really fun. From him, and we go this way. That is really cool. So, Suel and Pepper, I need a dexterity saving throw from the two of you. As he throws actually, no, it's an alchemical flame.
So I'm going to, as a human, every day I get heroic inspiration. I'm going to use mine.
Jeff, hang on. Before you do that, you rolled a dex check. You got to roll a dexterity save.
Oh, saving throw.
Yeah, so roll the proper thing.
Okay, I'm going to use my heroic inspiration because...
Not better?
That's better. I did it.
That is much better.
Oh,
and the really fun thing is that Sue just saved.
Oh, did I? I thought I was for sure did not.
No, 12. 12 was your target. You will take half of this damage.
What kind of spell or what kind of damage?
Fire. Let's see the fire in the thing. It's red and it's got little fire symbols in it.
Yeah, very cool.
So half of 14, so 7 fire damage.
That doesn't feel good.
Oof.
And then his, I need to roll this. See if he does not. Okay. And it is the next guy from out of the darkness. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 5, 15.
Oh boy.
20, 25, 30. Actually, back that up to the first guy. Yeah, shit. Undo. There we go. When D came up, he's doing that fire thing as well. He's gonna give that a shot. But it's just gonna be Grimhaw. So I need a dexterity saving throw from Grimhaw. I'm not gonna put the thing up there because I have no questions that it'll just hit you. He doesn't notice Pepper or Suel. 20 saves, so half of this. Ooh, that's a good one. 8. Or 7. Half is 7, because it was a 15 fire damage. And he will do this. That doesn't happen. Okay.
So, did he just breathe fire over his companion at letter C?
Yeah, he would have. So let's give him a dexterity saving throw as well. Let's see. Where are their saves? They don't have them, so I'm just doing a dex check.
Gotta maintain.
So that's an 11, so he'll take 7 as well. 7 damage him. And then E, seeing that happened, is not gonna do that.
Makes sense. That's a lot of friends.
Yeah. And so that brings us to Sue.
All right. Sue is not liking this one bit.
Sue yells out, "My name is Sue. How do you do?"
That is not what he says. I'm going to...
Let's fight.
I'm going to Sacred Flame. Because that's what I do.
Okay.
And I'll do the one that's on the black there. The one that's on top of his friend.
Standing on top of his buddy.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see.
And I have to remember how to... Okay, so this is... so dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw for C. about a 12?
Nope. 13. So he
13.
barely
Okay,
missed
so
it.
he fails.
So 1d8. He'll take 2 flame damage.
Believe it or not, he's still alive.
I
Holy
do believe it.
cat.
Barely.
Rick.
He
Yeah.
is, his was he the one with the candle? No, B was. But yeah, he is singed. Like he doesn't have. Have you ever seen a hairless kobold? There you go. It's kind of the deal. Anything else you would like to do, Sue?
There's definitely a joke there
somewhere.
somewhere.
I am going to as a bonus action. I'm gonna do. Can I do 2 cantrips at one shot in one? Is that not allowed? I don't remember.
Oh, that's a good question.
To the new rules, you can only cast one, or you can only expend one spell slot per turn.
Oh, so
But
then
if
yes,
it's
you could do
cantrip,
cantrips.
You'd be able to.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I'm
Update the
gonna
rules.
cast
There we go.
Shield of.
As long as
I
one's
love it
an
so
action
much.
and one's a bonus action, you should be fine.
That was like one of my biggest gripes, if you remember. Like
Yeah,
the one spell per turn thing just irked the hell out of me.
it makes sense the way they did it now. So I do kind of like that. So
All right, so I can actually, this isn't a cantrip. This is my first one was a cantrip. This one is a first level spell.
okay, as long as one's an action, one's
Okay.
a bonus action, you're
Yep.
good.
Okay, cool. So as a bonus action, I'm going to do Shield of Faith on Grimhaw. So he's a
Ooh,
+2
nice.
bonus to his AC for
Boom,
the next 10 minutes.
excellent. I don't know if it would stick to him. I don't know if you want. I was thinking.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
I was gonna say, like, throw it on your name or something. If you wanted to edit your name, or if you just got it, that's fine. All right.
Got it.
All right. So that moves us back to Grim. Top of the order, buddy.
All right.
It is you.
All right. So Grim has some cool abilities too. Recognizing we all took damage now, so I am going to use. Let's see. At first, I gotta attack B. Right.
Okay.
B hasn't taken any damage. Is that true?
That would be correct. Yes.
Okay. So I am going to attack him with my warhammer and hopefully get a hit. 17.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I am going to attack, and then I'm gonna use Divine Smite. I get 1 free Divine Smite every long rest. So it's 7 plus 7 plus 12. And then, separately, whenever I succeed with a Divine Smite once per long rest, I gotta get to it now here.
It's all good.
Immediately after I cast Divine Smite, I can expend 1 Channel Divinity and distribute 2 D8 plus 3 temporary hit points to creatures of my choice within 30 feet. So, just
Nice.
making sure everybody is good to go there. And that would be... Boy, where are just the regular dice rolling? Here we go. And that would be, let's see, 13 to distribute. So I'll take 3 and then 5 to each of my partner's temporary hit points.
Perfect.
Nice.
Makes great sense. Now, can you describe, keeping in mind you almost did twice the total hit points he has, how this one dies before you're... Tell us a story about how this all happened, because you killed a dude, like murdered a dude, and you gave out some holy energy.
So I bury my warhammer in his, and then suddenly that warhammer glows with divine power, and kobold brains all over the place.
They get all over your friends, and then you see like there's like a divine energy off of the blood and bits that kind of seeps into their bodies, giving them the temporary hit points.
Yep. Yep, exactly right.
That is perfect. That is B that went away. So we take D. We'll
Nice.
put a black ring on him. Get the damage here that was done to him. Then that moves us to Pepper.
All right. Did the candle go out, and is it dark? I guess just to
The
kinda
candle
gauge
went
the
out.
map.
It's not dark. There are torches in this room. Everything kind of
Okay.
looks like a shadow to you, though. And you know the only friend up there you have is Grim, and you kind of know what he looks like as a
All right.
silhouette. So
All right. Yeah, I kind of heard that there was more, so I'm gonna take a step forward so I can see. I think I can see D and E from there.
yeah, FYI, you're stepping into the melee range of C. C is still alive, even though there's a black ring
That's-
around him, because
I'm-
A is dead underneath him.
I'm absolutely happy about that.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
going to use my wand of magic missiles and just expend one charge.
Perfect.
So it'll shoot the 3 and 1 for each of the remaining standing ones.
Okay.
Starting with
C.
whichever C. Starting with C. Let's see. Did it go? There it goes.
Oh yeah.
So C gets 3.
You want to describe how he dies?
He becomes a candle.
He becomes
So
a
that
candle.
helps me. I'm looking to see. Then 3 to D and also 4 to E.
3 to D.
Yeah.
And 4 to E. Perfect. So this front line is all dead here. It's just D and E that are still living.
And I'm good with that.
All right, if you're good with that, then D.
So if somebody
D
tried to
is
go,
going to.
if somebody tried to go through the C A square, would that be rough terrain?
all of that is rough terrain right now. That's the reason he stopped there, is because he couldn't get over the top of the bodies. D is going to run behind E, and he yells, "Fire! Fire! Do fire!" And E steps forward, and he's got enough movement he can step on this body. I'm gonna see if I can't get this, because it is a cone. He's gonna do, because he has his thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Add cone. Oh, where's my cone? I did not see it. Oh, hang on. I gotta click somewhere.
Where's my cone?
There's my
I
cone.
lost my cone.
B is here. It's going this way. This is
Oh,
a.
barely misses.
That's a. Is that a 15? The origin point's actually the center of the square, isn't it? Technically,
You can say wherever his mouth is.
wherever his mouth is. Well, he'd be at the front edge trying to reach. It's still gonna miss, but let me make sure it's a 15.
This is a
Yes,
breath
it is a 15.
type
It's a 15.
thing.
It's not a breath. It's alchemical.
Oh, it's like shaking water out of a bucket, but it's fire.
Yeah, it's like he's got a magical soda bottle that he shakes up and like sprays in a 15-foot cone, but it's fire. So so I need dexterity saving throws from Grim and Pepper then. Sue got lucky.
Sue got lucky. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good.
That's not enough, and I used my inspiration already.
Also not
Save.
enough.
Also not enough. So you guys are going to take the full
I have 9.
7 damage. Jesus. Of course. The 2 I do
Yeah.
earlier that you save on, I roll the big numbers, and then this one I roll shit. Yeah. Dice want you guys alive, apparently.
Thank you for the temporary
Assist.
hit points.
Yeah, that too. So he moves there and does that. And see, D moved from there to 5, 15, Or no, 5, 10, 20, 30. He's moving up. He's moving that way for some reason. That moves us to Sue.
All right. So now that E is hurt, I'm going to do Toll the Dead.
Hold the dead.
So
I'm the cleric. I was going to do something really cool.
So wisdom saving
Okay,
throw.
heal. Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, that's not good for them. Oh, he rolled well though. 16.
Yeah, that saves.
I don't see saves. Skills, saves. Where are the saves on their things? No. We'll just do it. We'll just do checks for them. Because it's weird.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think anything happens if
He saved?
nothing happens if you saved. How's everybody looking in front of me? Like as far as like bloodied / hurt.
Roughed
Grim's
up,
close
but
to-
I look like I like it.
Smoldering,
Grim's
not
close
bloody.
to,
Okay.
yeah, Grim's close to bloodied.
Okay.
Pepper's a little somewhere in between bloodied and full.
Okay.
Temp
hit points helped.
Yeah, they do. That moves us back to Grim. If you're done, Sue, you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Though I didn't realize those are temporary hit points, so I will go back.
I see.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at, and I'm gonna save my reaction in case I need to use it.
Let me do this a little bit. Let me offset these guys just a little bit so you guys know what's going on. Oh, here, C doesn't even have a black ring around him yet, although he's dead. There we go. E is right there. I just offset him from the map a little bit so
Okay.
you guys can read. E. E and B were stacked and it all blended together. Grim, back to you. Top of the round. Round 3, turn 1.
All right. E and D still hanging around. D's
Yep.
running away.
Yeah, D's running off for some reason.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
He's nuts.
Boy. Boy, I wanna catch D, but
Can you reach D?
I'm gonna. Yes, I can.
Can you
If
reach
you have to go through a
D's?
square of. If you have to go through a square of. Did you say it was rough terrain?
Yeah.
Do you have 30 feet or do
actually,
you have 25 feet?
That's a good question. That was just what I was asking. I do have 30 feet. So,
Then you
yeah.
can-
10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Does E get a
Yeah, he would.
AO?
Sure.
Um,
Attempt at an AO, at least.
Attempt at it. He swings out at you with a dagger for a 9. Not
Yeah,
gonna hit
9 isn't going to do it.
That's a big old middle
Is that,
finger as you walk past.
you. Yeah.
Is the
exactly.
Shield of Faith, is that concentration or not?
You don't have to concentrate on it.
It's concentration on me, or I concentrate.
And you're still concentrating on it.
Aye,
You don't have
Captain.
Any issues there? All right. I'm going to attack D then because nobody gets away from Grimhaw.
Let me do this
So-
for you real quick. Now that you're here.
Perfect. Glad that there isn't
More.
15 guys over there. Yeah.
It's the Han Solo running around the corner to the stormtroopers, then turning back around and running back.
Yeah. Ah!
All right. Stumbling over rocks and stuff. I couldn't get a good purchase. So 8.
8.
To
8
hit.
misses.
Yep. And then
Sweet.
that is all I'm going to do on that turn.
Oh shit, I forgot to do this before. Sorry. Okay. He doesn't get it back. I don't know what it is that it's not a breath weapon. It doesn't say it's a breath weapon. It's an alchemical flame is what it is. But it has a recharge, so See, that was Grim. Pepper. We are to you. E is standing right there.
I see that.
He swung at Grim as he went rolling by.
Yeah, I think it would be best to just send a firebolt towards him.
Okay.
So let's just do that again, or attempt anyway. That looks okay. 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Feels hittish.
All right.
Pepper making Knowles hairless since 2024.
How big can it be? It's not probably enough to kill, but 4.
4. It's close. He's still alive though.
All right, and that was an action. I don't think I have any decent bonus actions. So I think I'm gonna move backwards.
Do you have
behind
a
Sue.
keep in
I'm gonna
mind
move
consuming a potion is now a bonus action?
I
if you
don't
had
have
any?
any potions.
Okay.
Oh,
I made perfume last night while I had some free time, but that doesn't help me. I'm
that's
not
a
gonna
great
drink that.
question, John. We would have supplied probably with maybe like a minor healing potion or something before embarking to actually go to the monastery.
Nah,
No?
we got a cleric and a paladin. What do we need?
Yeah.
Not
Potion sword.
Pepper. Not Pepper.
I tried.
Yeah, so
It was a good try.
I
It was a
tried.
good try.
It was. It would have been good to ask earlier.
I-
Might have had.
Yeah. Maybe had you asked Marshall McBride, you might have had some.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Kind of in the cave.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't have any bonus actions that I can do, so I'm done.
Okay.
I'm just
that-
hiding behind Stu.
That moves us to let's see, the D is going to swing at you, Grim, with a dagger.
I deserve it.
It's a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. All right. And E, being upset that he missed you, is going to run back here. And because they have pack tactics, which I might have had to have done before, I don't think there was a situation where I needed it, but
Advantageous for him.
yep, he's
It's like
advantage.
flanking, or not even flanking. It's the one where they're just both within 5 feet of the same enemy.
Yep, both within 5 feet of the same enemy, they gain advantage on the attack, which is a 19 to hit.
Ooh.
Also misses because of the shield of
Oh
faith.
shit! I rolled the damage on it before you even said that. Nice job.
Good work together.
Teamwork.
Sets my AC at 20.
Nice. Very, very nice. All right, so that is the two of them. Sue, it's your turn.
All right,
They're scattered into the light beyond.
I'm tolling the dead again, so that is a.
Do you need to see?
The one that you were doing moved. B is dead. D is.
You will
C
need
is
to
dead.
move if you need to see them
Oh, okay.
in order to.
I was
D and-
doing other
D
things.
and D.
5,
It's all
10,
good.
15.
There you go. That's good enough.
Now you can
Yeah.
see E.
Actually, and I would go down to here so I could kind of get a better angle.
Okay.
And I will
Standing on B.
toll the dead. So that is a wisdom
D
save
or
for
E?
the bottom one, E.
E. Wisdom save. Not a good save for them. 13.
That is their fucking. That's the save. It's 13.
Oh,
Oh man, he is rolling. He's not always the brightest crayon in the box, but today, man, he's yellow.
I want to ring the bell.
That moves us back to Grim. It is Grim. You see D was apparently running towards you see that little tan circle there? There's a treasure chest there. Like a box, like a small box thing. Like it seems like he was headed towards that. So
Indeed.
it is your goal, Grim.
Just trying to figure out if I. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just swing at D again.
Okay.
There's nothing cooler I can do. It looks like. So. Man, this D
Oh,
is evasive, little bastard.
Just missed him too. Just
11.
missed him.
All right, so then Grim misses, and he's just gonna yell back, "Is sling some magic at these guys!"
All right, then we move to Pepper.
Sue, in reaction to that, will say, "I am trying. God damn it!"
All right. Pepper will get to here and again try to send that firebolt at E.
Like this, Grandpa.
We're gonna...
Okay, Boomer.
Ouch. Come on. Oh, no. It's 11.
It just misses.
Just missed.
Sails over the top.
Came around the corner too fast.
Sue looks back at Pepper. That's what I've been doing.
Right?
All right. Done.
Done there. All right. Then that moves us to A's dead, B's dead, C's dead. D is got his pack tactics. He's swinging with his dagger. Whoop, shit. Ignore that. It's got to be an advantage because he's got the pack tactics. Ha! Yes, 9 advantage.
It's not gonna do it.
Nope.
Tank.
E from the other side with advantage. Hello from the other side. That's a 20.
Yeah, that gets me.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. 4. Ghetto fail for 3 piercing damage with his little friggin' daggers at this point. Oh, they get this at the end of each turn. I forget that. Let me do the other one too. Yep, the other one. I'm just getting it back. All right, that moves us to Sue.
All right, well, clearly Toll the Dead isn't working on that guy, so I'm going to Toll the Dead on D. So that's a wisdom save.
Try a new target.
New target. New target who dis.
Find the dumber one.
D stands for dumber. He's fast, but he's dumb. So, wisdom saving throw from D. Clearly, he's dumber. 8. I love it.
All right, so that is going to be... I wasn't expecting it. Toll the Dead is... God damn it.
You were so excited about your sound.
Did you...
Fucking damage.
D was hit before it. That was a
Yeah.
D12? You did the...
Yeah, it should have been a D12.
Oh.
You did the D12?
Oh, I did not.
D12 is
Oh,
cooler.
there you go. Yeah.
That might be one you might have to
Well-
look just...
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if it gives you the option.
Yeah, do you have a legacy version and a non-legacy version? You may need to
No.
grab the
it's-
Toll the Dead.
I'll just do it here.
No, it's the button on the thing is usually just the original, and if you want the D12, you have to just roll it yourself.
So I just did it in the map roller. So 6.
All right, perfect. 6.
Because I don't have a modifier for that apparently.
He's hanging on by the slightest little hair on his chinny chin chin. You have a bonus action, sir?
I do, but I mean my bonus action is nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Back to Tom.
All right, well, now that I know D can be hit, I'm a little bit more bullish about swinging this hammer. So, top down. Let's see if I can get him.
I was gonna say, is there a weapon that allows like a whirlwind attack with weapon proficiency?
5.
These dodgy little guys.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yep, he's just hopping and
Alright.
grinning. But if there was a weapon that allowed like a whirlwind attack that did damage to everything within 5 feet of you, with weapon mastery, that would be a really good weapon for you to have right now. With weapon
That
mastery.
would be cool.
It'd be fun. You can catch them both.
That
Alright,
sounds like a homebrew. Get that thing going.
Nothing else.
I need to
Nothing.
read more because it may exist.
Nothing else going on there.
Nothing else going on there, Pepper.
Nope.
All right. Wand of Magic Missiles again, because it can't miss, because, seeing us missing back and forth, it's like, yeah, it's worth it. So 2 at, let's go 2 at D, 1 at E. So D. So 4 and 3 at D. And 2 at E.
Okay. How do they both die? I would have laughed so hard because you sent 4 and 3 at D, who had 1 hit point, and 1 at E, who had 2 hit points. Had you rolled a 1 on that last die,
No,
I would have died laughing.
The worst you can do is 2 because it's
Oh, yeah.
1d4 plus 1. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So how do they die?
Good.
They're both gonna die here.
I
if
thought
you would
there was
like
a
to.
chance. Yeah, no, just kind of push them back 5 feet when the force damage hits them, and flying up all around Grimhaw, just phew, phew, phew.
Yep. And Grim, you are suddenly standing around dead bodies.
I swear, Pepper.
What would you like to do? We're out of initiative.
Well done, young lady.
All right, so I'm gonna say, Sue. Looks like some treasure over here.
I'm definitely going to march up over and take a look at whatever this is.
I'll watch the
a little
escape
treasure
route.
box.
Uh,
Or a little wooden box, I should say. It looks like a foot locker almost. That's about 2 feet by 10 inches by 6 inches.
is there any type of latch on it? Any type of lock?
There's a latch on it, but there's no lock on it. It's just kind of there.
All right. I'm going to just kind of look it
Thanks.
over for traps to see if anything.
Okay. Okay.
What
see.
is that? Is that investigation?
It is a investigation. Because you're actively looking for something.
Oh, I'm great at these. +1. 9.
9, yeah. You do not believe this box is trapped whatsoever.
All right, I'm gonna open it,
You flip the
In case
latch
you're
open, you flip the
wondering.
top up.
and I
And-
get burned. I lose my hair like Grimhawk.
There are multiples of one item, and one of there's a little pouch in there that seems like your average everyday coin pouch, but then laying next to it are 3 dried out leeches that seem to shimmer a little bit.
Weird.
So the coin pouch, like if I shake it, it actually sounds like coin.
Yep. Yeah, not much, but you'd guess there's probably 5 to 10 coins in there.
All right, I'll toss it over to Grim and say, throw that, add that to our pool.
I'll count it.
Yeah.
I'll add it to my personal stash for now.
There are 3 gold pieces, 3 silver pieces, and a copper piece in there. These 5 kobolds, that's their life savings.
Death savings.
Death savings.
And some leeches?
Detect magic.
3 dried out leeches that seem to shimmer a little bit.
All right. So I am going to first level detect magic.
No, they're magical. Yep. So make sure you cast it, but yes, they are magical. If you would like to put 3 literally dried leech into your inventory, you can.
Yeah,
You can
I
read
will.
What it does.
Was that an item?
Yeah. Uncommon magical item called a dried leech. There are 3 of them in there. I could actually pull that up and read the description for y'all if you like.
Casting detect magic was concentration, so that drops the +2 bonus on you, Cooch.
Yeah, noted. That's I took
Let's
that.
see. Source. Nope.
I figured that was for combat only.
It's for 10 minutes, so however long 10 minutes lasts.
Yeah.
How long do I don't have any left, but how long do the temporary hit points last?
Till your
From,
next long rest.
Oh, cool.
I
So
looked it up. That's the rule
I think
right
Sue
now.
has
in
some
Dungeons.
left.
This leech has been dried and imbued with a mote of animating magic. If you hit a creature with a ranged attack roll using this ammunition, the leech springs to life and sinks its teeth into the target, dealing 1d4 piercing damage at the start of each of the target's turns. If the leech deals at least 10 damage or the target dies, the leech falls off. A creature, including the target, can use its action to detach the leech. Once the leech is no longer attached to its target, the leech dies and is no longer magical. Now, this being ammunition, I'm going to say you can use it as an improvised weapon to throw it 15 feet if you like.
Okay, so
You said there were 3 of them?
There are 3 of them. So you can throw these leeches to activate them.
Or you can put them on arrows or something. Is
Yep.
that
Or you
what
could,
it basically-
or out of a sling. You could use them out of a sling and put them on arrows. Crossbow.
Got it.
I do have a
Yeah.
short bow. Pepper, do you have like a sling or anything? I feel like that would be something a kid would have.
No.
Slingshot.
I had one. It got burned when that necklace of fireballs thing happened. I never replaced it.
All right, I'll add that to my inventory after the show. If you want to send me that description, John, that would be great.
Yeah, just probably add so the in
It's
the
just an item.
inventory.
It's an
You
item.
can
It's
find
an
it in
actual
that
item in D&D.
Oh, is it?
Just
Yeah.
add your inventory, add managed inventory, add item, search dried leech.
No shit. Dried leech
Yeah.
arrow.
There you go.
Arrow, needles, crossbow bolts. It basically is
Ammunition.
just saying, yeah, just add it to whatever you're going to use to project it.
That's dope.
Mhm. So yeah, with your short bow, I'd figure they're arrows, but
Mhm.
it doesn't matter.
Cool.
Pepper will remind them that there was another path in here. Maybe we should go see what's down the other way.
Oh, of course, Pepper.
Tiny little eraser.
Yeah, I gotta change the size of this. That's better. There we go. That's easier.
It's gone now.
Just wanted to make note that you guys took care of it. So let's get the fog of war tool and start removing some fog of war. All right. Heading this way, removing the fog of war. You have this in front of you. You have another choice. There are 2 tunnels.
Ooh.
There is sound coming from this tunnel. Does that
Boop,
ping?
boop,
for you guys?
Yeah,
Boop,
it
yep.
pings.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's sound coming from there. There is
I'm
no
gonna
sound
head
coming from here.
Straight south though first because I don't want to go past it and then have something creep up behind me.
That's a good idea. Let's erase
And
this.
I'll stand kind of watching this open tunnel here and keeping an eye on.
In this room is just another box in the distance.
All right, I'm gonna head towards it, kind of one step at a time, like looking around this corner and stuff like that. But
Give me a second here.
It's like Jim Carrey trying to be a super spy, but he's singing his own theme music as he walks forward. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait, no, Kronk did that in Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Clever.
I was thinking. Jim Carrey with Ace Ventura, where he's doing the
Mhm.
tiptoe sneak. But yeah, Kronk.
This box is laying open. There's a backpack inside of it.
all right, I'm gonna pick up the backpack and just kind of open it and see what's in it. Anything?
It looks like when you open the top of it, there's like stuffed like leather in there somehow.
All right. I'm gonna try to pull it out, like see what's in there.
You
Is it
start pulling it
separate
out
from
and
the
it just
backpack?
keeps coming out. It's very thin leather and you keep pulling it out and it eventually stops and it's sealed at the top of the backpack.
Okay.
You just found a leather body bag.
Yeah, basically, right?
It is a significant amount of leather, like
Okay.
probably about 30 square feet of leather, all kind of sewn and stitched together, and then stitched to the top of this bag.
All right, I'm gonna try to stuff it back
Is
in,
it-
but I'll tell you, like I don't think I'm very good at putting it all back in. And
It
then I
all goes
throw it
back
to
in
Sue.
relatively. It goes in relatively easy. You throw it to
Has
Sue.
it, has it been more than 10 minutes? Because Sue would still potentially have detect magic up.
It has not been more than 10 minutes. This thing is magical as you catch it, Sue. Holding it in your hands and identifying it, you realize that this backpack actually contains the spirit of an air elemental and this leather balloon. While you are wearing this backpack, you can deploy the balloon as an action to gain the effect of the levitate spell for 10 minutes, targeting yourself and requiring no concentration. Alternatively, you can use the reaction to deploy the balloon when you are falling to gain the effect of a featherfall spell for yourself.
Wow.
When either
Nice.
spell ends, the balloon slowly deflates as the elemental spirit escapes and returns to the elemental plane of air. As the balloon deflates, you descend slowly towards the ground for up to 60 feet. If you're still in the air at the end of this distance, you fall and have no other means of staying aloft. After the
Weird-ass
spirit departs,
parachute.
the backpack's property is usable unless the backpack is recharged for 1 hour in an elemental air node, which binds another spirit to the backpack.
I don't know if we know where those are, but
No, but you may
Yeah, at
find
least
one
one
sooner or
use.
later. Yeah. So you got at least one use out of it. And it's called Balloon Pack in D&D Beyond.
That's really cool.
It's neat, the uncommon magical items that are out there. Started looking through them all, I'm like, oh, that's fun. That's real fun too.
Nice title, Ryan.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll explain that to Grim, and I'll walk back.
Okay.
Okay. Well. All right. And then I guess I'm headed back here, but depending on how long Sue took to kind of recognize that, I'm probably a little behind them right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they're gonna wait for me or if they're gonna go around the corner.
I'm
It's up
definitely
to them.
waiting for you.
Okay.
Pepper, are you waiting? Because she'd be the one that would run off, I would think.
I would grab her if she tried to run.
having taken some damage, I think Pepper's willing to wait.
Pepper understands death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pepper's been
So
unconscious probably more than once.
Are you moving
As-
stealthily or are you moving?
I'll tell you, as I get here, do I hear anything around the corner?
Yeah, you're hearing people talking or gibbering.
Okay.
These kobolds.
I'm gonna kind of like give guys the hey, hold on a second, and I am gonna have to cure myself. So I'm gonna
All right.
cure wounds here. a
Would you
little bit.
guys want to take a short rest? You might be able to get it. Well, that's a half hour. Someone might come around. It's up to you.
There's no benefit for me outside of hit dice, so I probably would more likely cure myself.
Okay.
I would wait as well.
Ooh, it was
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Mhm.
Was it 2d8 and you got 15? That's
Nice.
Yeah.
That is really good.
really good.
7 plus 1.
Nice.
Excellent. All right, I feel ready to go then. So I'm gonna look back, just confirm that hey, we're good, and here we go. I'm gonna
Alright.
bust around the corner.
Okay. So are we sneaking at all?
I'm not sneaking.
It's
Okay.
not worth it to me.
I'm
I mean, I take cues from them, and obviously they're making more noise than I am.
I'm kind of like the element of surprise is more valuable than trying to slink around in this shitty armor.
Okay. Oh shit. So let me get. I'm trying to do multiple things at once.
You may not have to do too much. It looks like we're running out of time.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to do this as you come around this corner. I want to show
Must
you.
be some mold in this cave. Sue keeps sneezing.
Yeah, exactly.
Bless you.
So as you come around this corner here, you come face to face with. Whoops! I'm going the wrong direction. I'm adding fog. It doesn't work. So you come around the corner here, and it opens into a large room. And in this large room, ooh. Oh, that's fun. So I'll erase the rest of this. And then I will actually go to my selection tool and unhide these two. As you see a larger kobold and his slightly scrawnier compatriot sitting there. And you said you weren't stealthing?
I wasn't stealthing, but I mean, as I around the corner, my team hears two clangs because I see two dudes.
Yeah, and he's gonna. You catch him moving, he's gonna try and hide. Like he moved over here, and this guy actually went up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the rest of the fog of war, and because you weren't stealthing, oh shit, there I go, adding more again. Because you weren't stealthing, we will just start the next session with an initiative roll.
That sounds great.
Yay.
As you stare down the kobold.
Very cool.
I don't know if you looked at the names on them. It's Kobold Boss and Number 1.
Yes.
Like Starscream and Megatron.
Yeah, basically.
Who does number 2 work for?
That's right, buddy. You tell that Bert turd who's boss.
Well, that felt successful.
Yeah, that was super successful.
Yeah, I felt very
Good
confident
times.
playing, and all the tools that D&D Beyond provides with the explanations and everything really are helpful.
It's just super comfy. It's like being home again, honestly. Couple of changes. We got like surprise changes and some new cool paladin shit that we were doing, and yeah.
Yeah, I got to show off most of my new pretty abilities and stuff.
Couple of new rules. I don't know if you guys saw in the lower right corner there. There's another little loot box, too. So
Yeah. Can't wait.
Sweet.
I'm
All right.
Norman. Take us
Yay.
the hell out of here.
We are Two Nerds One Quest. We are here Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, twitch.tv. Oh, shit.
8 o'clock
8
a.m.
o'clock.
Central Time.
I knew I was going to do that. I tried to make
So
a
did I.
note.
That's what I was listening for.
Tried to make a note to myself. I was like, okay, when I close the show, I have to remember 8 o'clock. Okay. 8 a.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/Tom M. Norm, TOMMNORM, bit.ly/NerdTube. That is our YouTube channel, and we are also live there. You can watch us either place as the show. Watch all of the reviews, replays on YouTube. They are saved there as well. If you'd like to support us, patreon.com/Two Nerds One Quest. $1 a month gets you all of the pre and post show content for the audio podcast. Audio podcast is on Thursday mornings around 7:30ish. I think I set it to go live, so you can get the podcast on Thursdays with the edited pre and post show removed. So bonus $1 a month gets you all the fun stuff that we talk about ahead of the time, and some other fun stuff that I need to update because we don't do any of that other crap anymore. So join us live. We have a lot of fun. You can vote on show titles with us, which we do post show. Rate, review the podcast. Let us know how we're doing. Yeah, that's it. We have fun. This is an exciting new adventure. This is a good time. So now is the perfect time to jump in, since this was session 1 of the new campaign.
Yeah.
Fun for me.
So for me, for Genius, for Cooch, and Mr. DMJC. There, nerds.
Boomtown.